Hey folks, how y'all doing? Welcome back. And oh man, we're going to talk about instant read digital thermometers today, folks. A lot of these on the market. And what I wanted to do is kind of take some of the more popular ones and somewhat of a wide range of prices here from 35 all the way down to 14, and take a closer look at them and help you decide which ones are actually better. And we're going to dive into what is really instant read. All right, so when I say there's a ton on the market, and you can see I bought the first two that were on Amazon there as being some of the more popular ones, but there is just a very wide gamut of price and features, and they're all some sort of, they all claim to be some sort of digital instant read. And I don't know how many are on Amazon, but there's a lot of choices out there, as you can see. So it would be impossible for me, and maybe you've got a favorite too, and leave that down in the comment section below. Let's dive into the ones that we got here. And oh, there's an oldie but a goodie, 440. But let's it gets sidetracked so easily. Let's dive into it and take a closer look at what we got and how we're going to determine which one is. I take a closer look at what we've got now. You've seen me use the Thermopop before. This is the most expensive one that we bought here, and I've had really good luck with this one. It rotates and that. You're saying, well, what's wrong with the one you had? The one I had broke after about 4 or 5 years. So I did get another one, and this one also claims to be instant read, and it also tells you what it's how fast it's going to get there. And then on the other gamut at Walmart, and we've seen a lot of these tailors around, and then this one also states that it's instant read. Here's another one on the market. This is Thermopro. Thermopro makes a lot of stuff, and this one is ultra fast. So like I said, we'll open that up. And here's one, Inkbird. Inkbird makes some pretty good stuff. And this one is digital, it's accuracy read, and you can look down there, it's waterproof, it's instant read. If you can focus there, focus, okay. And it's rechargeable, which is kind of cool. So I'll tell you what, let's get them out of the box, take a closer look. All right, first one out of the box is the Thermopop. This one was 34 bucks, and it has nice backlight on it. And it also rotate by pressing a button in the back. And see that right there, it's a nice little option. It doesn't do it automatically, I don't think. I've never, to be honest with you, folks, I've never used it on my other one. I always use that right there. And it's pretty well made. It's got a nice little holder like that. And nothing wrong with it. I like it a lot. It comes with a nice little card, tells you good instructions, little gauge on the back. And I tell you what, let's take a look at the next one. All right, next one out of the box is the Inkbird, and this one's pretty cool. It's waterproof and it's rechargeable. It's got a USB that comes with it, and it's auto on, auto off, meaning that when you take the probe out, it turns it on. Pretty cool, and it's got a nice backlight on it. And turn it off, you just put it back in, and it turns off. That's what you pull out to recharge. And I have no problem with Inkbird products. They make good stuff. So, and it's got a nice little tells you about calibration, how to calibrate, and then obviously if you have any problems, support that Inkbird. And I've heard people say good things about their support, although I'd rather not have to use it. Let's go on to the next. All right, here's a tailor one that I got at Walmart. Nice lit, nice and large. Doesn't look like it rotates or anything like that, but like I said, for 14 bucks. And I bet you sometimes they go on sale too. Got a nice little holder there. All right, we'll take a closer look at that too. All right, here's the Thermal Pro. This one was an Amazon choice, 14 bucks. And you turn on right there, and it also has a backlight. In order to get that to come out, you got to press this, and then that comes out. And you can put it at different angles by pressing that button. It only locks in that position though. And then to turn it off, you just hold the button. And it has 2 magnets in there. So you could actually take and, well, hang on, let's see if it works. Yeah, put it on the side of your microwave. pretty nice. All right, let's dive a little deeper into them. All right, so these all have pretty similar features, even though that the thermal pop and the Tailor are the type that just you pull off a sleeve and then you stick it in your meat, and then to protect the sleeve, you put it back in. Whereas the Inkbird and the Thermal Pro are, they have this one, you press this button and it flips out like a knife. And goes on, it has a backlit, and to get it back in, and that kind of turns it off. They all, every single one of these have a auto off type feature. The Inkbird, you've got to actually pull out to get it to fire up there, and then once again when you put it back, it shuts it off. And these two just shut off on their own. They all have similar operating limits, and there's one here that had directions. Sorry about that. Directions as to how you can calibrate it, but couldn't find anything with the Thermal Pop. I thought there was something, but there isn't. Thermal Pro says it meets some sort of guidelines when it comes to how accurate it is. Just sitting here, these two are still on. You can tell they both are reading 70 degrees, so they're pretty much in line with each other. But I tell you what, we're all about seeing how fast they operate. So let's just get some water boiling and see how fast these actually read. All right, another nice feature of the Inkbird and the Thermal Pro is they both have magnets. So like in this case, I got them on the side of my microwave in the kitchen, but you can put them on the side of your fridge. But I do like that. That really makes it very convenient to use. All right, folks, water boils at 212. I'm gonna let you come to your own conclusions here. We're gonna do the Thermal Pop first. This is what I've owned for many years now. This is a brand new one. I do have the backlight on, and it's not that bright here, but give you a look-see. And you can see it gets up to 210, it says it's at, although the water is boiling. Okay, let's try the Thermal Pro. Backlight on. And let's see, 212, gets up there relatively quick. All right, let's try the Inkbird next. All right, there's the Inkbird. See how fast that goes up. Boom, 212. Inkbird works pretty quick. And now, if I can figure out how to use the Tailor, I've been struggling with this thing, but got it on here and into the water it goes. It gets there. It just takes its time, and then it shuts off. So then you got to turn it back on, and I haven't figured out how to keep that thing turned on. You can press the hold button, but that just holds the temp. That doesn't keep it on longer. So eventually it gets pretty close to, and then it turns off. So I tell you, we're going to eliminate the Tailor for right now. And you know, unfortunately, because I can't read that so well. And we'll try the Thermal Pro Thermal Pop one more time to see if it gets up to 212. Like I said, this one, I looked for calibrations on it, how to calibrate it, and I couldn't find anything. And you can see this water's boiling. It should be reaching at least 211, but it's only going to 212. So okay, we're going to eliminate that, and it's going to be between the Inkbird and the Inkbird and the Thermal Pro. Yeah, that's pretty quick here. So now let's try the Thermal Pro once again. And like I said, it's between those two. You know, it gets there pretty quick also. All right, I tell you what, that's enough goofing around. Keep on watching, I'll give you my final. All right, so final thoughts in the world of Instant Read, and like I said, we saw that there's a lot to choose from. The Tailor was $14 and it won't even stay on long enough. And I have played around with, I've probably spent more time trying to make this one work as opposed to the other three combined. And I can't get it stay on long enough to read anything. And I haven't been able to figure it out. And there's no real adjustment here. And I did, I found the package. I came in and tried reading that. It didn't give me any helpful hints. The Thermopop is the one that's kind of a shock here because I was expecting better out of this. It's the most expensive one at $34. I mean, this one, I know they do go on sale, and everybody's going to tell me they go on sale. The display, sometimes it's hard to read. The backlit, here, I just turned it on. It's really not that bright, but in the dark, I'm sure it's brighter. I will say that I've had one of these, and they do last. This is my second one, and the first one probably lasted 5 years. Does it get you in a ballpark? Yeah, but I was expecting for $34, I was expecting it to work faster and to be more accurate. The Inkbird, without a doubt, I would say, folks, this one was the fastest. It has some really nice features. I like the backlit. I don't like how hard that is to get out and get going. Even though it's waterproof, this rubber stopper in the back I think that's the Achilles heel as far as it being, that's where you recharge it. I like the fact that it's rechargeable too, but I would think there's something on here that's supposed to fit in there so you don't lose this, but mine came like this. So I'm not really sure. I have like Inkbird products in the past, and this is definitely, of all of them, is the fastest, and at $25, it works, and I'm not really disappointed. The one that is the Thermo Pro. I tell you what, $14. There's a lot of nice little features in it. You saw this one was just about as fast as the Inkbird. I would say the Inkbird was the fastest, and the Thermo Pro was a second choice. I like the fact that you just press this button to get the probe out. It locks real nice. To put it back in, you just like that. Has a nice backlight to it. I like the magnets on it. You can it's got a nice if you want to hang it somewhere, but I like the magnets on the back. I really do. And these all have about the same range. So if you're asking me which one would I get, Thermo Pro, folks, and for $14, this is, in my opinion, it's worth the money. So hope you enjoyed this. Leave your comments down below. You always do, and maybe you have something that's better. Like I said, there's hundreds of these things out there, and as far as I'm concerned, for the price, this is the way to go, Thermo Pro. Tom Horseman at YouTube, thumbs up, leave a comment, and as always, folks, I appreciate you watching. I really do. Thank you.